All right, gentlemen, I just got this handed to me. A hit-and-run felony at Ray's Cafe, 208 North Los Angeles. Got a patrolman on site. The coroner's on his way. Get down there, see if you can find any witnesses who can put a make on the car.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45.
どうも皆さん、おはこんばんちは。今回も LA ノワールの方やっていきます。そして今回のスーツはブロデリック。ウプ主2番目にお気に入りのスーツだね。さて今回はブリーフィングで聞いたが死亡ひき逃げだ。いつの時代も車は凶器になりますね。この時代じゃ逃げるが勝ちだろうしね。この時間帯じゃ飲酒運転かもな。とにかく現場を見てから判断しましょう。
Looks like the DA is going to press charges. Anna Rodriguez might do time.
I'll speak to the DA. She suffered enough.
I don't know, Cole. She's an easy make, and the DA likes convictions.
I'll convince him to let it go.
How you do that?
I'll give him something better.
ほい、到着と。かなりひどそうですね。容疑者はかなりのスピードが出てたみたいだな。とにかく担当巡査に話を聞こう。あんたたち来たわね。やあレイム、状況はカプランが報告するわ。
Cole Phelps, traffic. What have we got?
Thick as a white male named Lester Patterson walked out of the bar and into the street. Car hit over there, and he ended up here, dead on impact by the look of it.
Have you canvassed the area?
The only one with anything useful to contribute is the young lady over there. She lives above the bar. Name is Shannon Perry. No, it's not a stage name. 24 years old, she left Kansas to follow the yellow brick road.
Is that so?
We'll take a formal statement later. Right now, we're going to take a look around.
それじゃあ見ていきましょうか。あらヨウム、どうもエイリン先生、状況は見てもらった方が早いわ。
I landed on his face and ended up here. The car must have struck him from behind.
こいつはなんだ？どうやら保険の証書みたいですね。
Patterson has life insurance.
どうやら知らない間に$6000増額されていたみたいだね。保険金殺人の線が出てきましたね。身内によるひき逃げか？こっちは財布だな。
We can notify next of kin.
既婚者ですか？ただの不運な事故か、それとも殺人か。今のところどっちつかずだな。一応顔とかも見ておこう。なくなってるね。 ざっとこんなもんですかね。
What have you got on the victim?
From all reports, he was intoxicated at the time of the accident. I'll know how intoxicated once I've done the autopsy. Looking him over now, I'd say he died on impact.
What about the chest wound? Isn't that inconsistent?
Very common in auto injuries. Look for a car with a prominent hood ornament. Those things are killers.
マルと同じ意見よ。了解です。検視が終わったら連絡ください。あいよ。
Body traveled a good 20 feet.
かなり速度が出てたみたいですね。こいつは、日頃から飛ばしてるやつが跳ねたのかもね。
This blood is a long way from the body. Car must have been going like a bat out of hell.
明確な殺意があったわけじゃなさそうだな。そうですね。ブレーキ痕から見ても、速度が速く避けることができなかった。そう見るのが妥当でしょう。
So the driver managed to brake before the impact.
後がかなり短いけど、速度のことを考えるとそう見ていいかもね。それじゃ車両の特定を急ごう。怪しげな雰囲気の伝統だな。何めたいこと言ってるんですか？もしかして、重要な証拠が隠れてたりして。見てみよう。はあ、私は知りませんよ。赤いシミがあるぞ。嘘を。嘘でしょ。
A knife covered in blood.
Could be a steak knife. This is a hit and run case, Phelps. Anyone could have thrown away a kitchen knife.
In any case, we'll want tech services to scrub the alleyway before they bag the knife.
まさかとは思ったけど、血まみれのナイフとは。とにかく、関連は不明ですが一応回収しておきましょう。一通り見終わったから、目撃者に話を聞こう。
She's all yours, detective.
わかった、巡査。
Miss Perry?
Yes?
I'm Detective Phelps. This is my partner, Detective Bukowski. Can you tell us what happened?
Well, I came to the window because I heard people arguing downstairs.
口論。判断するのは後にしよう。
Then what happened?
I saw a car hit that poor man and knock him down the street.
かなり衝撃的だったろうね。余計なこと言うな。
What kind of car was it?
A dark red Lincoln Continental.
これはかなり有力ですよ。
Did you see the license plate?
Only the first three letters, I'm afraid. 3C8.
一部とはいえ、ナンバーがあるのは絞り込みやすいぞ。
Tell me more about the argument you heard.
Well, there were two voices. A man and a woman. That's all.
表情が変わったね。だな。
Why are you holding out on us, Miss Perry?
I'm sorry. I was hoping to tell my story to the newspapers. I'd like to get my picture in the paper. Trying to find work as an actress, and things are pretty difficult.
Cough it up, sister. We don't have all night.
People arguing? They were husband and wife. I could tell by what she was yelling.
夫婦喧嘩ですか？
Intimate things. Very embarrassing for the man.
Thank you, Miss Perry. Your information has been very helpful. You can go now.
You really think so? I hope you find that driver and put him away.
面白いことが聞けたね。だな。
Certainly got away with the dames, Phelps.
Give it a rest, Bukowski.
Let's see what the patrons have to say.
客は
I'll
任せ
take the
た。
bartender.
OK 任せ
You
ろ。
work the rest of the room. I'm Detective Phelps of the LAPD.
How can I help, Detective?
Your name would be a good start.
Dudley Lynch. Hired help. I run the place when the owner ain't around.
Where is the owner?
He stepped out. Somebody had to take Lorna, Mrs. Patterson, home.
まずはここからだね。
What can you tell me about the accident?
Not a lot. It was busy in here, and all I heard was the impact.
ちょくちょく目をそらしてるんだよな。
So what was he doing outside? It's against licensing regulations to drink on the sidewalk.
Lester and Lorna were having a fight. The owner made him take it outside. It was pretty ugly.
目撃者の話と一致したな。
Do you know the victim?
Yeah. Lester Patterson. He's a regular here, or he was.
なんか含みのある言い方だな。
Not one of your favorite customers?
Lester was special, but not my kind of special.
Was Lester drinking alone?
No. He came here with his wife. She didn't seem too interested in the booze, though.
ふん。
A witness overheard an argument.
Lester and Lorna. There's nothing like airing your dirty laundry in public, is there?
こいつ嘘つくとき必ず目をそらすんだな。
Why was Lorna Patterson in such a hurry to leave? What is going on here?
Lorna was pretty upset, so Leroy took her home. Lorna and Leroy are close. They've been talking about opening a new bar.
Leroy.
Leroy Sabo, the owner.
新たな手がかりだね。
How long have Lorna and Leroy been talking about this new bar?
Who knows? I just served the drinks.
まただよ。
Bartenders hear all sorts of things. Are you going to tell me, or do we have to start playing rough?
When Lester was drinking, he treated Lorna like dirt. He gambled away all their money. Lorna pitched Leroy about the bar. I don't know how interested he is.
Is Leroy doing well?
Hell no. The only thing keeping this place afloat are the poker games.
Thanks for your help, Lynch. I'm going to need you to sign a statement with the patrolman.
Sure, no problem.
You get anything out of the regulars?
They weren't giving too much away. They liked watching Lester and Lorna go a few rounds every other day. And Lester was a fan of the love tap.
ステファンと同じです。こっちもだ。そう、じゃあ R&I に連絡しよう。
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need to run a partial license plate, 3 Charles 8. Cross-check possible Lincoln owners. Suspect vehicle is a red Lincoln Continental.
Just a moment, Detective. Only one possible make on that license. Registered to a William Shelton, 738 West Temple Street.
面が割れたよ。
Thanks for your
ウィ
help.
リアム・シェルトンですか。ドライバーは十中八九こいつだろうな。
Looks like we caught a break on this one.
どうしたんです？ちょっとした確認。リンチが言ってたポーカーはここだな。十分か？そろそろ次に行こうぜ。行き先としては、奥さんのところか、ドライバーのところの2つですね。どっちに行こうか。先に奥さんのところに行かないか？そりゃまたどうしてです？保険金殺人なら、何らかの反応を見せるはずだ。確かにそうだね。まあ、どちらも住所は近場ですからいいでしょう。
We'll check in with you.
Okay. I'll get him onto a slab. Should have the report soon.
Thanks.
ということだから、それじゃエイリン先生。
We've got a couple of leads to run down. You have it under control here?
Sure. As soon as the coroner gives the word, I'll finish up here.
こっちは任せといて。それじゃ頼みましたよ。
760 kilohertz, KTI Radio, American Century Broadcasting.
So the wife was there when it happened, but then left the scene.
You're right. That's pretty unusual behavior.
She could be in shock. I saw some people do some strange things in the war after their buddies got hurt.
Maybe. Maybe she doesn't give a fuck. According to the patrons, her old man was a piece of work.
You don't think...
Phelps, the guy was run over. So it worked out well for this broad. So what? Maybe she deserved to catch a break. Who knows?
この家ですね。さあどういう反応するかな。
Yes? Hello?
Mrs. Patterson.
Is this about my husband?
We're investigating the incident, ma'am.
I see. Come in, won't you?
意外にお年を召されてるね。余計なこと言わないでください。冷静だな。確かに、伴侶を失った割にはね。
Can you tell me what happened?
What's to tell? He got hit by a car and now he's dead.
You don't appear to be too upset about the fact.
Lester and I met on a furlough in 44. We got married that weekend. People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
I see. So you probably did well to stick it out this long.
What's that supposed to mean, mister? I think it's about time you left. I have someone here,
I
and
beg your pardon? You're gonna have to run that one by us again, sister.
It's okay, Lorna. I'm Leroy Sabo.
Well, well. Nice to see you're comforting the grieving widow, Mr. Sabo.
All right, wise guy. Do you have any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. He was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car. It wasn't good.
What's your relationship with Mrs. Patterson, Mr. Sabo?
We're friends. Good friends.
You expect me to believe that?
Look, I was filing for divorce. Mental cruelty. Lester could be a mean son of a bitch.
And Lester knew about that?
No, I hadn't told him.
Well, hasn't this worked out well for the two of you? I feel almost bad for busting in on this little rendezvous.
心象はかなり悪いね。やっててもおかしくないな。
How did the car come to hit Lester?
He walked straight into the path of an oncoming car.
笑みが引きつってますね。
You expect me to believe that, Lorna? It's all very convenient.
Gambling for Lester was like the needle for a hophead. He was yelling at me. He was yelling at the whole world. I kind of felt sorry for the driver. Poor guy had no chance.
証言も嘘くさいな。
You were arguing in the bar and on the sidewalk?
We were always arguing. So what?
隠したいことが山ほどある感じだね。
Admit it, you were baiting him, pushing his buttons. We can easily get the full story from the regulars in the bar.
All right. Lester was playing cards out back. He lost, of course, and wanted back in. He suggested I earn the money on my back to get a mistake. That was the proposition he was putting to his so-called buddies. So maybe I was a little angrier than usual. Let's just say I took exception to his idea.
それだけじゃなさそうだがな。あからさまに警戒してますね。
The bartender said that you and Leroy were planning to go into business together. Can you explain how you'll get the money to do that?
I have a little money saved away.
こっちが何も知らないと思ったら間違いだぞ。
You're being economical with the truth, Lorna.
You want to back that up, little man?
保険金が増額されているのは確認済みだ。
You increased the premium on Lester's life insurance. GI insurance policies have a $10,000 payout.
It was Leroy's idea. Lester lived on the edge. He was always getting into fights, crap games, pinochle, you name it. Turns out it was good advice.
It speaks to motive and premeditation, Lorna.
You're forgetting the hit-and-run detective.
そこなんだよな。
You and Mr. Sabo have an interesting day.
I'm sure we will, officer. Now, if you could both just leave.
We're leaving, ma'am. Sorry for your loss. I can see what a tough time you're having with all this.
確かに、奥さんの言う通りなんですよね。ドライバーと結びつけられるか、それとも、ひき逃げをひっくり返す証拠を見つけるか。それはちょっと無茶ですよ。 早苗と同意見だ。ともかく、今はドライバーの方を追う。そうだな。こっちも重要な容疑者であり、証人ですからね。ここですね。 車があるな。それなら、出てくるまで待とう。来ましたよ。
That's the son of the bitch right there.
William Shelton?
Yes?
It doesn't look good, Shelton. You packing your bags and making a run for it? You know why we're here.
Yes. The accident.
We've got witnesses who can put this car at the scene, not to mention the physical damage. This is open and shut, Shelton.
うお。野郎逃げる気だ。舐め腐りきってますね。
That coward thinks he can run from everything.
逃がさんぞ、シェルトン。あいつ、いい車に乗ってるから運転がうまいな。ただスピード強なだけですよ。
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on.
PIT は失敗だ。そりゃそうだろ、まだこの時代にはないんだから。それじゃどうするんですか？走行不能にさせるしかないだろ。
Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
No wonder he killed someone, driving like this.
かなり危険な暴走だね。ところ構わずぶっ飛ばしてやがる。あいつ一般車に当てやがった。ドライバー気絶してたぞ。ちょっと、しっかり運転してください。奴に逃げられちまうぞ。わあ、今度は公園だ。あのクソ野郎は絶対に許さん。ちょっさない落ち着け。止まった。業務外され。また逃げるな。おっと手を挙げてる。
How does a vehicular manslaughter rap sound, Shelton?
I hit him. I admit it. I just panicked, but it wasn't my fault.
What do you mean?
The guy jumped right out in front of me. He came out of nowhere. There's nothing I could do about it.
Why didn't you stop?
I've had accidents before.
That's it. We're done here. The DA is gonna love you.
They weren't all my fault. I'm a surveyor. I need my license for my job. There were people around. A woman and a man were standing right next to him. I thought they could get him to a hospital. I'm telling you, it's not my fault.
The guy is dead, Shelton.
You can't be serious.
William Shelton, you're coming downtown. We need to talk about a manslaughter charge.
You think Mal is done with the autopsy? Better call it in and check, Phelps. Between the driver and the widow, I say we start dealing with the facts.
それもそうだけど、二人立ってた？引っかかるな。
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Are there any messages for me?
Just one detective from the coroner. Message reads, Phelps, see me at Central Morgue immediately. Results of the Pattison autopsy.
Thanks.
すぐに行きましょう。もしかしたらその疑問が解消するかもしれません。そうだね。さてエイリン先生の話を聞こう。なんかわかってるといいな。大丈夫ですよきっと。来たわねヨウム。なんかわかったんです。詳しくはマルが。
We can put the driver in front of a judge in less than a week.
You'd be making a big mistake.
Run that by me again?
The victim was dead before the car hit him. 2 puncture wounds to the right side of the thorax. Second puncture reached his heart.
嘘だろ。残念ながら本当よ。
Been doing this job 23 years, son. No one's ever laughed at one of my jokes.
そんな。
He was stabbed to death?
Long, sharp knife. Length of a bayonet.
あのナイフだ。
We found a knife in the alleyway.
Where is it now? Was it bagged?
By Patrolman Kaplan.
Perfect. I'll get you a definite match.
Jesus, we got him. Murder 1. We were right there and they tried to stare us down. Now they'll both get the gas chamber. We have the knife, we have the coroner's report, and I bet we could roll Sabo as a witness. Let's bring her in.
必ず逮捕して。もちろんだエイリン。さあ、輪っぱをかけに行きますよ。さあ、事件の幕を閉じようか。
We've spoken to the coroner, Mrs. Patterson. He confirmed your husband's cause of death. We'd like you to come downtown and answer some questions.
It wasn't me. It was Leroy's idea. Leroy stabbed him. I had nothing to do with it.
Where is Leroy now?
He's in the bedroom.
You're very good, Lorna.
Put the gun down, Leroy. If you do something stupid now, you don't stand a chance in front of the grand
Nice of
jury.
you to give me up, sweetheart. All that whispering in my ear telling me how we had to get rid of him, how good it could be, all the money we could claim, all that planning, how to get him into the street, how to make it look like an accident.
For God's sake,
you had
Leroy,
all
shut
the
up!
bases covered, baby.
I have nothing to do
You
with
think
it.
I'm gonna fry for you,
He's a
Lorna?
crazy man. Shoot him. Shoot him, for God's sake!
そっか野郎。
It's too late, Sabo.
野郎、止まれ。
I can't put one on him from here.
待て、殺すなヨウム。奴は大事な容疑者
Sabo,
だ。
stop or I will shoot.
わかったよ。止まれ、次は頭だぞ。
Stop or I will shoot.
よくやったヨウム。
So, I give you a hit and run. You bring me back fraud, conspiracy, and first-degree murder. This is how a good detective operates, Phelps. You take nothing at face value. You keep digging and asking questions until you get to the truth. You got some sharp elbows on you, detective. I like that. Keep up the good work.
.はい、というわけで今回はここまでです。それではまた次回。じゃあね。